Gridiron Warriors take the field in an epic battle that is larger than life. It is called Texas High School Football. Only one show can bring the greatest sport from the greatest state into focus. Lone Star Gridiron.
All right, Coach Ricky Tullos, Richmond, Georgia Ranch, congratulations on the Coach of the Year award.
Truly an honor. Definitely very humbled and honored by this. It's a special deal, but I appreciate the award. But our kids back home and our community, and so many people involved in us winning and winning awards like this. I just can't say enough about the total team and our kids back home.
Well, if you could, talk a little bit about the community. It's a relatively new school. You've been playing varsity 4 years before winning a state championship. How does that happen?
Yeah, it takes a lot of people pulling in the same direction. And it's one of those places that has, from day one, everybody is on the same page, pulling in the same direction, trying to reach the same goals. And I think when you have a situation like that, you have a chance to be successful. And the last 3 or 4 years, we've been knocking on the door, and we finally kicked it in last year. And just a tremendous honor and tribute to everyone doing their part and trying to reach that ultimate goal.
Nice. Well, you mentioned knocking on the door. Around the state, people have said, "Oh, they're a good team. They're a really good team." And consistently, y'all were a really good team. What was the difference? Suddenly you go to state champion.
I think looking back, the experience that we gained those 2 or 3 years, reaching the quarterfinals and getting beat, you just can't put a price to that. That experience is next to none. And I think those kids were freshmen, sophomores, so they seen it, they were part of it. Now they became seniors, juniors, and seniors. And we played in some really big ball games last year, and I never felt our kids or staff was overwhelmed as we might have been 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And I think that's just a tribute to experience and that tradition and that understanding of what it takes to get it done. And we were fortunate to be able to do that.
If you could talk about some of those games that may have seemed like, well, maybe we're not going to win this one, and how it came out.
It early on, our first game out of the season, we played Dawson, and we graduated some very good football players here before, and our kids really wasn't sure, who was going to step up and make plays and be the what kind of team we're going to be. Second half of that game is when I really felt our kids settled down and came up and started playing. From that point on, we got all the way through district 10-0, and then we started our playoff track. And, had a really good round one, really good round two. Fortunate to stay in Houston all through the playoffs. I thought that was important. And then we ran into the Temple team, which was a rematch from the quarterfinals the year before. And our kids we got momentum early, but they were experienced. They were not overwhelmed, and they really played well. We captured the momentum early, and we never looked back. And then we went on to face a Vista Ridge team that was very good as well. Really had our hands full early on, and we were able to make some plays as the game went on and pulled away. And then we get into the Lake Ridge game, and our kids just really came out and played well from the start. And I think all in all, just that ride and that experience that we've gained the years before never seemed too big for our kids this year.
Nice. If you could, one of the things I've noticed every time we covered you guys and said anything about you on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, wherever, suddenly everybody shared it, and you've got a rabid fan base. If you could talk a little bit about your community and fan base.
Yeah, I mean, they're unbelievable. Again, it's taken everybody, but that's who they are. That's who our community is. That's who our school is, our parents, our fans. They're unbelievable. You can see it on a Friday night football game. But everyone's highly involved. They want to be involved. And our program is definitely open doors, and we understand it takes everybody. So we definitely cherish all the help and support that we can get. And it's reciprocated throughout our program, and that's what's important. It's one big family.
Nice. Great job. And once again, Coach Tullos, congratulations.
Thank you.
LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.